Hello guys, and welcome to Merchant's Garage. This is a 2003 Toyota Camry XLE with the 2AZ-FE 2.4 4-cylinder engine with the U241E transmission. We were experiencing occasional hard shifts, and after inspecting the ATF, or automatic transmission fluid, we noticed it had changed colors. The transmission fluid should be a somewhat pinkish color, where ours was now black. The recommended interval in changing this fluid is every 30 to 50,000 miles. Today we are only changing our fluid, but it is recommended to periodically change the metal mesh filter inside. You can access that by opening up the oil pan.
Nice.
This is my workbench. My workbench is a 92 Camry wagon. Now the tools that you'll need for this job is a 10mm Allen hex key. You will need genuine Toyota ATF Type 4 automatic transmission fluid. Now this was recommended to me by the Toyota dealership as well as in my service manual. If you're not sure about what lubricant you need for your application, you should check your service manual or call the dealership. As well as you'll need an oil pan. Preferably one not so dirty, but it doesn't matter really. So this is where the transmission fluid dipstick is. As well, this is the place where we're going to put a funnel in and actually fill the fluid from as well. It's located right next to the flux capacitor. Nah, I'm just kidding. The first step is to lift the car off the ground safely. So with that, we'll definitely need some jack stands, a brick to block the back wheel so the car doesn't run over you. And there's Mike pulling out the jack.
Hi YouTube.
Make sure you have a jack that's suitable for your application. Most jacks are. This is a pretty light car.
Nice and easy.
To the right or to the left?
Loose. Nice and easy.
Oh man. Dude, why does your jack snap like that?
Alright, the car is now safely up on jack stands. I'm going to show you the location of the transmission drain plug. When looking at the car from the front, it'll be on the right hand side of the engine, and it's this 10mm Allen key. Position your drain pan underneath this drain plug. Fit your 10mm socket, your hex key, securely inside, and loosen it.
Ow, that's
nice.
really hot and getting everywhere.
That's
Oh man!
Now there's probably better ways to do this. This wasn't the best way.
Maybe, you should definitely have had a bigger drain pan. Dude, that is gonna fill up.
So looking back on this,
Oh, dude, it's leaking.
bigger drain plan.
Oh, man, it is pouring out of the back, dude.
Oh, this is the crack drain plug?
Oh,
Is it really coming out of the back?
yes.
Okay, I gotta put this camera down.
You better hurry. Oh, man, Sam.
Is it really coming out of the back?
Look behind it.
I don't even know what to do. Like, I should put the plug back in.
Yes. Go grab some kitty litter. Pour it into another pan, quick. Oh, man. Oh, that is super cracked open. Oh, dude, just let it drain out of the back. Oh, what are you doing? Oh, my God.
Okay, so what have we learned from this?
Don't do that.
Yeah.
First, drain it slowly. Let most of your volume come out before you remove the oil drain plug. Make sure you use an oil pan that doesn't have a hole in it. And possibly reduce the space in between your car and the drain pan to avoid splashes. And don't worry, I will be taking the appropriate environmental
Cleanup.
cleanup ways in this.
Dude.
That leaked halfway down to the back of the car. So, when I said get the cat litter, I didn't mean get the cat litter pan.
Oh, really?
Are you sure that cat litter pan doesn't have a crack on it?
We'll find out. Now we have the oil drain plug here. You want to wipe it off, you know, make sure that there's no other residue. Like, look at this, there's Teflon tape on here before. We're going to make sure to remove all that. And we're going to replace the crush washer with a new crush washer. It's very important to replace these crush washers because these are technically considered a one-time use part. When you torque them down, they'll actually crush to create a seal, and once you open that, they will not re-expand. So it's always best practice to replace this every time you open it. Sometimes these drain plugs are magnetic, and you'll see different small metal residue. So make sure you wash that out, clean it pretty well. And it is normal to see a little bit of metallic residue. Now, if you're experiencing several big chunks or, you know, big metal shavings, then you'd have to further investigate because you probably have a problem. I like using Teflon tape on any type of drain plug or bolt. So gonna apply some Teflon tape before putting the new crush washer. Aluminum crush washer. Start with a nice clean portion of your Teflon tape. And you want to apply it, and then you want to, you know, thread it in. If you do this the other way, your Teflon tape will actually come off when tightening it. And you want to put a fairly good amount on so it's easy to remove later, and as well makes a good seal. So I recommend at least 3 to 4 rounds on it. This ensures a nice tight seal without over torquing. This is the new crush washer from Toyota. As you can see, it's slightly thicker than the original one. Place that on the drain plug. And now we're ready to put the drain plug back. Alright, going back into the car, I'm gonna just wipe off all the excess fluid. I always like to put these in by hand first to make sure you don't cross-thread them. It's a very common problem, and then it'll require you to replace the entire pan. Go in nice and easy. And now I'm not sure on the exact torque spec on this, but you should always use the manufacturer recommended torque spec and use a properly calibrated torque wrench. Now you don't want to over tighten this, but you don't want it to leak out. That's good. Here we have a clean funnel, and we're gonna remove the oil, transmission oil dipstick, and we'll just set this aside for now. And we'll place this funnel in that hole. Make sure it goes in a little bit. You don't want any overflows. The capacity for this transmission listed as 3.7 liters. Sorry, 3.7 quarts. So we're gonna fill like 3 1/4, and then we're gonna check it. We'll go over that. Notice the nice ruby red pinkish color of this fluid when new. It'll also kind of smell like a Sharpie. I don't recommend tasting any fluids or smelling because of, you know, different hazards.
So we'll go ahead and do it for you.
So this is how it's done.
dipstick back in the transmission.
And of course, the world's best chicken sandwich in a croissant.
Mmm.
Uh-huh.
All right. You got it.
Okay, watch it. It might fall.
Okay,
So,
I'll
and
keep
I
it
bought
cooked.
a paper towel too.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Ooh. Toasty.
Now, how would you rate it between 1 and 6?
I'll give it a 6.
We filled about 3.2 quarts, and we just want to warm up the transmission, get to operating temperature so we can get an accurate reading on the level, and then top it up. So starting the car, everything seems to be pretty good. Shifting between the gear looks fine. Now we're just going to go for a quick drive, get the car up to operating temperature, and I'm going to check the level.
Ow!
Now the proper way to check the fluid is when the engine's actually running, so be careful not to get your hands in any part of belts or any moving things, you know. You have 10 fingers, you want to keep it that way. You want to remove it, you want to wipe it. Reinsert it. Remove it. So the level's right here, so we'll go ahead and add some more. I'm gonna add a half a quart and then check it again.
Thanks for making it to the end of the video. We really appreciate the support. If you like what you saw today, please click that like button, and if you haven't done so already, please subscribe. Thanks.